To another episode of Social in Real Life. I'm Melanie, and today we're starting a trend, okay? We're starting a new talk. Every Friday, we're gonna talk finances. We're gonna talk about money. Because let's be real, there's a lot going on in the world. And as a single mother of two that co-parents, as an individual that lives in the state of Texas, that lives in the world, money can be tight. And the expectations of us living, like, holy smokies, there is a lot going on. So I wanted to share with y'all that I feel like all my life I've been pretty good with money. You know, like I've been able to manage it. I've always had a good job that pays. But what I'm looking back at, I don't know about you, but when you have a 9 to 5 that you get paid every 2 weeks or every week, you're already expecting that money. And I haven't been thinking about, whoa, what happens if I don't have this 9 to 5? I'm only saying this because I am a government employee. And for the longest, I was like, again, nobody fire me, the government employee. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for years. I'm safe. And then, 2025 comes in and you're like, holy smokies. I don't know if I'm going to have a job. So that kind of clicked in and I'm just like, okay, I need to be extra intentional about my money. I cannot just budget and be like, okay, well, I already know that, I can go a little tight this 2 weeks because next 2 weeks I get paid and I know that I got $5 extra, whatever. No, I can't do that. I need to be intentional about my money. I've always been very careful about my money, but I've been like, I felt like that security blanket from the government because I know I'm going to get paid every 2 weeks. But that could not be the case, right? So 2025, after all this hit, hello, we're hitting April. I'm thinking ahead now. And some of the things that I am doing, prior to last year, I used to do everything cash. All of my cash savings and cash, all of that, right? Just saving everything in cash, writing that in cash. But that no longer works for me. And that's good to know, right? I need to know that I need to maximize my money. And how can I explain that? Well, we need to be able to have accounts that give you a little extra, right? Because in cash, and I can only speak for myself, it's not growing there. And I have a lot of saving opportunities and goals that I have for myself. So last year, I learned about a high yield savings account. And honestly, when I started doing that last year, January, it truly helped me so much. I love Ally because not only it maximizes your percentage, I believe right now we're getting a 4.0 or something like that. It fluctuates with, as you know, the economy. But that's more than what I was getting in my regular savings account, which I've had for all my life. So I started doing that. And I started to see a little growth, $1 extra here, $5 here. I think last year extra with the high yield savings account, I got like $50 at the end of the year from all the savings that I did, which was very exciting because I didn't go into consumer debt for Christmas. And that for me was like, for the first time, I didn't have to use my credit card and go in debt and pay it off. I had already created a savings bucket, which is something that Ally gives you the opportunity to create buckets within your high yield savings account to save for these specific goals. Some of the goals that I have is Christmas. So I have a budget for Christmas that I'm currently working on. I also have a budget for my car. I like to always have my deductible saved in my high yield savings account now because you just never know what's going to happen. We good right now. Okay, we can move, but when something happens and you have to pay that deductible, you can be in the negative. Okay, so having that money already set aside, it gives me that breather to know, okay, I am gonna be okay, right? I had paid for insurance. I just gotta make sure that I have the deductible and they'll take care of the rest. And that is so important for me. I also have another budget for other activities to include like camps for the summer. So my children are with me the whole month of July. So 3 weeks of that month, they're going to be going to camp. And camp is costly. Holy smokies. Last year, I think I paid $400 for a camp. And I was just like, ugh. And it's not even a full day either. I was like, oh my goodness. So what this year I did, I made sure, because I got 2 kiddos going into camp this summer. So just slowly saving into that so that I can put them in something fun and they don't have to be stuck all day at home with, you know, somebody taking care of them. They can go and experience something new, play, learn, connect with other children. And I'm going to do that by not being in a hole and saving and prepare and planning for them. Along with that, budgeting. You don't understand how much you could be spending money when you don't know where your money is going. Woo! Okay? If you don't tell, I know people say this all the time, but when you don't tell your money where to go, your money's gonna go somewhere. And you may not like it, okay? So I've been working on this intentional budget planner for about 2 years now. I'm almost done with this one, and I've made some changes and things like that. So by the end of the year, I want to be able to provide and share this source with y'all, because I think it's really important to budget and do it in a simple way that you can grow your money. Obviously, I am no financial expert, but I'm doing things that work for me, my family, and my budget. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So for the biggest part was just starting with the HYSA savings account. And I started putting there like $5 every paycheck. I was like, oh my God. Because after divorce and everything else in between, let me tell you, it has been my experience that is really tight. That budget is tight. So I started with $5 and now I'm able to put $25. I can put $50 in there every paycheck. And as it comes in and I see that my goals need to be tweaked, I add a little more, sacrifice a little here so that I can ensure that me and my children can be good and enjoy some of these activities. So I have an Alley code. So if you would like to join or just take a look at it, the code is going to be in the show notes. So let me know if you sign up or if you have any questions about Alley HYSA savings account. I think it's super easy to use, and I love how quickly I was able to sign up and get everything going. So that's the biggest thing for me for this financial talk, okay? Get yourself a HYSA savings account. You can get the Alley with the link below, and start writing your budget down, okay? As simple as writing how much you're making and then subtracting all of your expenses. And let me tell you, when you start budgeting, you're like, whoa, I didn't realize I was spending this much in Starbucks. Okay, I'm talking to myself. I didn't realize that I was spending, $1 here, $5 here on snackies, on all these other things when, okay, no, we need to back it up. We need to buy better items at the grocery store so that you can have some snackies and you have leftover for lunch. So yes, this is my financial talk, our first one. I'm so excited. As we are growing in this financial and as I am utilizing different things, I will bring them to you. And I will love if you have any other sources or any other things that you utilize to maximize your budget and get financially free, right? Because at the end of the day, we want to be able to have fun, but do that without breaking the bank, because somebody suffers from it. It may be today, it may be tomorrow, but at some point we suffer from our own consequences. And it's usually later on when we truly need it. So I am pushing myself to do better for myself and for my children so that we can have a better future. A little sacrifice here, a little fun there, but we can make it happen. All right, let me know if you go ahead and get that Alley code. And if you have any other tips for budgeting, what's working for you? Let me know in the comments. I cannot wait to see what you have. And if you have any questions, let me know.